It appears we're finally getting on, but the rain clouds don't look good, so I'm concerned. Hey, good morning, everybody. We are almost there. We got our passholder preview today for Tiana's Bayou adventure, and we are very excited.
Yay.
We're all dressed in our Tiana gear today, green and white, and I got my frog earrings that Mom got me.
And they're so cute.
Yeah.
I'm green on the bottom, white on the top.
We're just sitting here having a little bit of breakfast because we got our cue this morning. You were faster than me this time. You had the lightning fingers with that cue.
Yes.
You got it. It told me something went wrong. You already have a cue. And I'm like, okay, in 1
We'll
second.
take it.
And it called us back about 10:15, I guess it was, and it's been pushed back to 12:30 right now. So it must be having some issues.
Bit of issues at the new ride on the daily, I think.
Yeah.
But we can't wait. We're excited.
Yes.
This ride is highly anticipated. We'll see if it lives up. We'll give you our honest thoughts on it later.
We liked Splash Mountain. We weren't huge fans of it overall, but we really enjoyed it. So we're probably gonna have a little bit of different perspective than
Actually, I loved it.
Well, what I meant by that is like the ride was fun, but it's not like.
I liked the actual log flume. You know, I grew up with that. Like Silver Dollar City had it, so I loved that.
So they kept that part.
Your dad loved it.
So that's what I love. That part. But this, I think I will like the music of this more, and we know the characters and everything, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So that'll be our unique perspective as people who really enjoyed Splash Mountain, but also really like Princess and the Frog. So I think we're going to
stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to it. Yeah, it looks like Tortuga's gone. They left the seats up for everybody, but they've closed the whole place off. I wonder if it's because they're building the one across the way at Pirates. Probably so.
But then what will they do with this one?
I don't know. But it's weird they closed it before that other one's even close to being open.
Yeah. Sometimes Disney does stuff that doesn't make any sense to anybody.
That is true. At least not to their sweating guests who really want a place to sit down and eat.
And eat and drink. Yeah. Oh, well, can't do that one anymore.
So sorry for you. Kind of blank back here when nothing's open.
Surprised that the beignet place isn't open right now. I think it isn't open till noon, though, right?
Yeah, and they don't have beignets till the 28th. So sorry for you. It's just their reply to everything.
Ticking off all those boxes for me.
Ooh, it looks pretty without the walls. It's the first time I've seen it without the walls because we haven't been to Magic Kingdom in a couple of days. They took all the walls down pretty fast.
We didn't come over here the last time.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh, you guys, look at the flowers. They're
pretty.
Just gorgeous. You know, I'm a flower nut. Not that I know all the flowers and names everything, but like they're just so pretty.
They are.
The real and the fake.
You know, I saw a picture of it lit up at night and it looked like Pandora.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's neat.
Back in 5 minutes.
You think?
Someone tells me that's a very long 5 minutes. Oh, they got the sign out too. Ooh, nice. Perfect. I'm too short to see any of this stuff, but it's pretty.
A few moments later.
So the store is not open yet, sadly.
What was that you said a while ago?
So sorry for you.
Pass holders don't get the store open.
Yeah. We don't get the beignets.
We don't get the beignet open.
Yeah.
It's great to be a pass holder on these days. But thankfully we will get to ride the ride.
Yes.
Hopefully, because it's down again.
I haven't been seeing the logs, so I think it is down.
I think that it's just become a thing now for Disney rides to just go down even when they're brand new.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yeah, especially if you're a pass holder and you're only here for this time.
Yeah.
You really hope
or your vacation or two.
Hopefully they get on if they're here for a short time. We'll have to check back later. See if it comes back up. I really wish the store was open because Disney.
We might spend money.
I want to give you my money. Why are you
right?
holding it back from me?
It isn't like we don't spend money here.
Well, my thing is I think they should open it for pass holders because then you don't have an overflow of people on opening day. Like, let us get in and see some of it because they have enough stock.
Right, and we could advertise for them.
Yes, at least the pass holder exclusive stuff because they'll probably have some.
Yeah.
At least that would be, I think, nice because then it wouldn't be so crowded for the cast members too on opening day. So that'd be an adjustment I think could be helpful. We just rode Pirates because we were waiting for Tiana's to get running again. We're now waiting for Captain Jack to come out because he's supposed to come out in like 5 minutes.
So waiting for Jack while waiting for Tiana.
Yeah. We do hear the logs running again though, so that's a good sign. I can hear them all the way over.
We heard it hadn't even started yet this morning, which is teary-eyed me.
Yeah. But hopefully soon.
Yes. I hear a loom, a flume.
A flume. You hear a loom of a flume? A looming flume.
Splashing.
Yes.
That's what I hear somebody weaving on a loom. That's what I thought. Like, where did that come from? Apparently I've had some rum. No, I haven't.
Jack might think you did. Yes. There is a flume that is looming and waiting for us.
That's it.
Oh, here comes a boat. The boats are dropping, but nobody's in them yet. Looks like they're finally letting people in for the virtual queue. So hopefully that means they're going to start calling the other groups after that soon. I think that might be group 1 and subsequent groups because I don't think they've run all day from what we've heard.
Well, they just they moved ours back to 3 minutes. So it only changed by 3 minutes. So we'll see.
Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Now boarding groups 1 through 10.
Okay. I mean, it has a pretty high ride capacity overall, so maybe they'll get through them pretty fast. But hang out and see, I guess. We need to find a place to sit. I am starting to wear out already. I'm going to have to dig a little deeper for some energy.
Dig a little deeper.
We are at Pinocchio Village House right now to get some food because our boarding group got pushed back again another hour. So now it went from 10 o'clock-ish to 12:40. It hung there forever because they never got to board anybody. Now that it's boarding, they're still in groups 1 to 17 or 35, so they push us back another hour to 1:30-ish, 1:40. If you are someone who, for any reason, has trouble running around the park, because a lot of people come here and they're able to run and do and go and fit it all into their time, whether they're here locally or otherwise on vacation. If you're not able to do that, just come prepared, even if there's a virtual queue, because especially as it gets hotter in the summer and it gets harder, especially if you have challenges, if you have disabilities, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. And if you're aware of some of the recent changes to the system that they had in place to help people with disabilities, that has made it more difficult for a good majority of people who need that accommodation. So, just from our personal experience, it has been much, much more challenging now for us with our physical issues with this new system that isn't working the way I think that it should. Without going into any detail, because it's different for everybody and this is kind of a mess right now, I would just say talk to the cast members about your concerns, no matter what your physical or mental challenges may be. Talk to them. Tell them what you are comfortable with and explain to them the struggles that you're going through. Everyone we've talked to so far here in the parks has been kind and tried to help us in any way that they can. They are also confused about a lot of this. It hasn't been easy for them either. And I can tell it's frustrating for them what they're having to deal with and what they're having to go through on both sides of it. Their training and the corporate side as well as the guest experience side, because they want to do the right thing. They want to help people that really need the help. And their hands are kind of tied. So if you're going to talk to the cast members, and I do suggest you do, just remember that they're trying their best to be kind to them, give them some grace, because they're not the ones making these decisions. And we actually had a cast member tell us, we appreciate you telling us this stuff. We're trying to talk about this on the work side of it, but he said, we're just the small voices in this. We're not the corporation. And we told them, though, that we appreciate them taking these concerns to the higher up people in the corporation, because that's our voice. The cast members are our voice in that, and they're trying to help us. So if you're someone that doesn't qualify for the assistance program now that Disney has had for a very long time. Just be aware there are other accommodations depending on the attraction or the experience that they may be able to help you with, and they may be able to offer, and they seem to be different from attraction to attraction, and they're still trying to figure it out. So just be prepared that if you decide to still come to Disney, even with these changes, it is going to be harder and it is going to be more of a struggle, because it has been for us already. Even though we've had a very good experience with the cast members overall, it still makes it way more cumbersome for people who do, especially have physical challenges that make it hard to go back and forth and walk even more now than we did before. So you've got to really consider that in planning your day, because even with things like the virtual queue is very helpful in this situation, but because it keeps getting pushed back, we're struggling because we weren't planning on being here this long today. But we do really want to experience it, and it's maybe one of the only times we'll get to experience it, because it's not going to be on a virtual queue very long, they've announced, and it's going to have long lines, so we might not get to experience it much anymore after this. We just don't know. So we really want to experience it today, since we've been given this opportunity as pass holders. We're grateful for that opportunity, but we don't know how this is going to work, really. So just keep that in your mind as you're planning, especially if you do have challenges of any sort. Also, be aware that if you do have a joint condition like I have Ehlers-Danlos, hypermobility, anything with a nervous system disorder like fibromyalgia, like Mom and I both have, the humidity can affect it. So depending on if the humidity is higher, like my joints are just so tight today, there's so much pain. I'm having trouble walking around. So I'm having to find more places to sit and rest today than maybe I would on a day without that high humidity. I still have to sit and rest a lot, so does Mom on regular days, but it seems to be amplified today with the humidity. Keep hydrated, keep whatever you need to help you with that, if that's something you experience too. This is not easy. Our virtual queue keeps getting pushed back and back and back. I think they're just now on group like 26, and it's almost, what time is it? Almost 2 o'clock. It's a rough day. My nervous system is not happy, and we've both been kind of feeling nauseous on and off all day, even before we got here. So usually, we can plan around these things. We try to come in the mornings or the evenings or times when we're feeling better, but that's one thing about virtual queue. I really like the system overall, but when you're beholden to it and it keeps changing and you don't know how many opportunities you'll get to experience something, so we want to be here and we want to experience it because we don't know what the future holds there. Also, it's not easy.
I've heard from lots of other people that don't even have the issues we do. Speaking of health issues, they're very upset. It's like, some pass holders travel to come a little ways to get here, and then vacationers that were excited. Like, it's just breaking down every day from what we've heard, pretty much. And I don't know why that's happening, because rides open in the other parks with far less trouble.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. It is struggling, and they've been testing it now for probably 2 weeks, and
at least
I'm not sure
with
what's
people
going on.
they tested it for that for with nobody on it.
Yeah, so it's been a rough first day for the pass holder experience. I've also heard, like Mom said, even cast members were saying it was breaking down on them. I saw they brought in media and the actors from the movie and everything, and it broke down on them, and it's one of those things that's kind of frustrating. It's understandable, it's technology, it's all those things. We get it. We totally get it. It's not an easy thing to do. But it seems like it opened maybe before it was ready, because it's having a lot of trouble. And so it's just causing a lot of frustration across the board, I think. And I expect it to be fun. I think it's going to be enjoyable, even if it's not your favorite ride. I think it looks like they did a good job overall, and I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I'm not sure it's going to live up to the hype just because of these struggles and how it's kind of getting a rough start. I hope that doesn't deter too many people from trying. I mean, you should try when you're here. Try to get the virtual queue. Hopefully you can ride it, because you never know. It's random how it's going to go down and what's going to happen. But
plus the store's not open. And
yeah, I think one thing that would definitely help is if they would just open more with the ride, so you have other reasons you're here and you're seeing other things outside of, you know, the normal. That's important to be able to do that and have all that. But everything, like with the ride, just says coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. So it's kind of rough. I think it went down again because it just got pushed from 150 to 353. I've heard some people say on their cast member preview days and like other previews, I think maybe there was media or DVC, I don't know which ones have gone. I know media and cast members have. Some people said they never got to ride it all day. It was down all day. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll see. The main thing I'm thinking now too is if we get called, I really hope all of it is working. Because I've seen some people riding it where like the entire finale is just motionless. It's not working. And overall, I feel the worst for the people who are here. Like, this is the only days they're here.
You can never hinge your entire vacation joy on one event or one thing or one restaurant or one anything.
And you definitely should.
But pass holder days are a little bit different because pass holders sometimes live hours away.
Yeah.
And this is not common for a preview. Most pass holder previews, the ride isn't down every day for hours, multiple times a day, which is what we have heard from other people.
Well, and my concern is too is Disney immediately announced that the ride would not be on virtual queue very long. Like, that's what it says on their website, is that it will not be offered that long. Now, to Disney, that could mean a year. You don't know. I mean, their timetables all over the place. Tron was opening soon for 3 years, so it's just kind of how it is with them. But if that's the case, then it's going to make it even harder to ride because you're going to see some longer lines, and that makes it hard for anybody who needs that virtual queue. So the pass holder previews is a good thing because it kind of spreads us out and we get to see it and we get a chance.
We don't all come on one day.
Yeah, we don't all come, exactly. They spread us out, and that helps a lot. And that helps the vacationers coming in too, because then maybe they've got more of a shot of getting on the ride once it officially opens. So it's weird. It's weird and it's not weird because things do go down and they have issues.
It's not something that they haven't done before in this park, in other parks around the world. So that's why it's a bit confusing.
It is, especially since this is a ride system that has been around for, 2 decades?
Well, it could also be longer, but it could also be the animatronics, not the actual log forms. It's the animatronics that are going down, which they've done for years now.
Right. But they're the new animatronics, so I'm surprised because they're a different system. It used to be that the hydraulics would go down a lot, but now they're not made the same way anymore. So they usually are more reliable now.
But the animatronics that are new have still been out a few years, actually more than a few years, since before COVID.
That's what I mean, is like they've had lots of practice at it, and it seems to be working well overseas. So I just don't know what's going on here. Something's going on. It's now 3:10. And it's down again. So we've been pushed back to 350 and they're not boarding anything. We're still group 35, so that tells you how long of a day it's been for everybody waiting.
And it's a daily thing. It isn't like this is, it's today, we get it, things happen. It's like a daily thing we've been hearing from people we know.
Yeah.
And so it's frustrating because you want to enjoy something, and I think that's going to affect how we enjoy it. I hate to say that, but I really do.
It is hard when you wait that long for something and then you finally get on and you're like, well, that was exhausting. It kind of takes from the excitement and the feeling, as much as I'm sure we're still going to enjoy it, but it's kind of that build-up that you're like, whoa, that was a lot. Also, there seems to be rain clouds moving in behind us, so that's a concern because that ride probably won't run if there's any lightning anywhere near here. So let's hope that goes around.
Shrink down and walk across there.
And look at that tiny bit of shade, like a cat, but the opposite. Okay, thank you, boat. 3:43, and it's still not running. I don't know if we're ever gonna get on today. It's now after 4, and a cast coordinator came out and told somebody that it's going to be at least 20 to 30 minutes before they get the ride up and running again. It's not looking good for us to get on today. We're getting really, really exhausted from being here all day. It's been hard to... We're not very much all-day people because it's not very good for us physically. We can only do it once in a while, like once in a great while. We try to save those times for when our friends come in so we can spend some time with them. It's been really rough, so it's not looking promising that we're going to get on. Okay, 4:15 and our group was finally called, so we'll see if we actually get to run.
A few moments later.
Never mind. The cast member just told us the app glitched and called us all back, and so everybody's running over here and it's still down. It appears we're finally getting on, but the rain clouds don't look good, so I'm concerned.
Remain seated and supervise any little music scouts joining the search. Let the good times roll.
You and your belongings may get wet. If the weather conditions worsen, we may be forced to suspend our normal operation any longer. However, keep going. Keep going.
Everybody's like, just keep going. Just get on the ride. Just keep going. Just keep going. We'll meet the lightning. We'll make it. Moving again.
Straight down to the next stop. Hang out here for a second, okay?
How many?
2.
Row 3.
Thank you.
Just 2. Row 4.
join the band for sure.
Y'all got itty bitty little buddies.
But you found the sound, that was great.
The bigger you are, the bigger the splash you'll make it on.
I can't see it all. My glasses are completely water filled.
Oh my gosh, my glasses are completely wet, but it was so worth it. We missed it.
It's fun. It's a fun one.
It is. Get ready for a ball.
Yeah. bumpy.
At least we beat the storm. We're waiting on the finale, but we gotta say after a 7-hour wait, I thought I might be you. But it's today.
It's fun. It is a fun ride.
Hello everyone and welcome to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Due to weather in the area, we are unable to continue operations at this time. You are more than welcome to remain in our queue. We are very sorry for this inconvenience and hope we will reopen soon as the weather allows us to continue operations. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Again, we are unable to continue operations at this time due to weather in the area. You are more than welcome to remain in our queue. Thank you and have a wonderful day here at the Magic Kingdom Park.
I would guess they're gonna let us off one boat at a time and send them through empty, Mary. Maybe. Yeah. Because we're at the end. What'd you think of it?
Well, like I said, I thought maybe after it didn't start all day and we waited 7 hours just to get on, that I might be like so tired and I'd have a different, feeling about it. But it really was beautiful. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I don't know that the whole storyline makes sense to me. Like, I'm not sure that that works.
There
but
isn't
it's
much of a storyline, I'd say.
But it's pretty. The colors are pretty. The animatronics, when they work, are
amazing.
They are. They really are.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the music, but I feel like you couldn't hear it very much.
It seemed low.
It
I don't know,
did.
maybe that's part of the technical issue. I don't know. Maybe they'll turn it up over time, or I don't know. But
Yeah,
I'd like to be able to hear it a little better. I would say too, it's one of those rides that I think kids are really gonna like if they can ride it. I know there's a height requirement.
Because it's definitely still Splash Mountain.
Yes. It's
drops and splashes,
right.
And that's awesome.
But it's really I think it's more the kids and the fans of Disney. Like if you're a really
Especially
big fan,
fans of Tiana.
right? Like fans of Disney movies, you're probably really gonna like it. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of in it is is the screens.
Yeah.
They seemed a little out of place with the style to me.
They did.
They almost looked kind of Disney Junior-ish.
They did, and
So, a
although
little strange.
Mama Odie's screens were
Better.
they were better.
Yes.
It was the other ones that I didn't feel fit.
Yeah, I felt it was more when we got small as frogs, which is a little hard to follow, but you do get small as frogs, which that seems really cool with the spitting frogs and everything. I love that. But you see Tiana like really up close, like she's really on top of the screen.
If you don't catch it, it's not obvious you got small.
No.
Like it's not obvious you're part of the storyline.
You just think, why is it so close to Tiana's face? It's really close. So she's like up in the camera. But it's really neat. Like they did a good job with it. I just feel like the two styles don't mesh completely. So that's not really the only thing, other than there are some what people keep calling dead spots, but Splash Mountain had that too. That's just kind of how it was laid out.
I think they could have added more though.
They probably
I really
could have.
do. I think with that long of a ride and that much space, you actually have room to add in more stuff. I think they kind of missed the mark on
maybe a little bit on that
added.
one. Yeah. But I really did enjoy it, and I think it's a fun ride. I do think it's worth riding for sure.
I don't know if I'd plan my whole vacation around it, because it's been, from what we've understood, even from cast members, it's been down every day, mostly, and sometimes multiple times a day. Like, I don't think it even started. We were supposed to ride at 10:15, and we didn't get to ride until 5:15?
4:30 or 5?
Something like that. It was. I think it was 5:15.
Was it?
We were called back by 5:15, but we got there a little bit early. I think it was like 4:45.
Because they had called us back by accident, so then they just let us on when they got it up and running again.
Yeah. Well, by that time, our time had come.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So it's a little confusing.
It was a little bit.
It's really pretty.
It
if you're just here and you want a really good, fun ride, then definitely try it. I just don't. It'll probably be on virtual queue for a while, so you kind of don't plan your day around it.
So I don't know how long. What that means.
That could be a year.
Yeah.
So the other virtual queues are like 2 years.
Right. We'll see what that means.
No one knows.
Yeah, that's Disney math.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was fun. We really enjoyed it. We're really glad we finally got to ride.
Yeah.
And it was a fun but long day. It's very long.
And now it's getting ready to storm, so we gotta head home.
We're exhausted and storms are rolling in, so we're gonna get out of here. But thanks for joining us, everybody.
Have a blessed day and a blessed week. Right?
You beat me to it. Yes. We'll see y'all real soon. The interesting rides continue because we were stuck on the monorail for like 10 minutes
or longer.
Yeah, he wouldn't even pull off from the station.
I know.
It's like we're holding for further traffic for a very long time.
I don't think it was that.
No, they kept walking back and forth. Looked like they were doing something. I don't know, but we got on our way.
It is stormy, so who knows?
Could be something to do with that.
It's looming in the air, I guess.
It is.
And the people on the car were just like, "Are they gonna open the doors?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Unless they have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we made it. We're good. We're headed back to our car. Hope we're going to make it home before whatever this is.
Yeah.
It's officially storm season in Orlando.